So your bombshell's here with you, and yes, it's time for question and answer 42, which is ironic because I turn 42 this year. Wow, right? Well, anyway, here's 20 questions we're going to do. Then I have only 3 relationship question and answers that I'm going to share with you tonight because I'm in a rush to get downstairs and do my workout. So, let's start this 20 questions, shall we? What checks do you write every month but hate to sign? I think we all really hate to sign them, you know. We would love to see the money pile up, but it seems like unfortunately it never works that way. Um, Something that I always think is pointless, and I don't have to write a check for it because it's automatically taken out of my account. And I say that now, and watch, I'll jinx myself. So I'm knocking on wood over here. Um, is health insurance and car insurance now, because we have to have health insurance. So, you know, I only get 2 visits on my health insurance, and I had one when Grandma took really ill back in January, and that's paid off in full, thank God. So, according to my insurance, I only get 1 more visit this year, and that's if I really, really want it. And I don't. So, there's that. The other would be car insurance, and hopefully, knock on wood, I'm glad that we haven't had to use it except for a rock hit my windshield, and Safelite had to come out and fix it. But I still love that SUV. It's the baby. What charities do you give to? I don't know if they call Girl Scouts a charity or not, but I have been known to give to Girl Scouts when they sell their little cookies. I also have been known to give some things away to Goodwill. So I guess it just varies. And, it also varies on how much time I have to go through things. What is the direction and process your teeth brushing? Well, first I floss, and then I go back and brush, and then of course you have to do the tongue, and that would be the way I brush teeth. The number of laundry loads you do in a week. Are you kidding me? I would say, because I've got to do one late tonight, at least 9 to 10 laundry loads a week, at least. Last thing you see before you close your eyes at night. Lately, unfortunately, I fall asleep before I want to, and that meaning I love to watch the Cutlers, the Couples Court, but it comes on after Dr. Phil. And for some reason lately, Dr. Phil, God bless you, but you've been putting me to sleep. Don't know why, but it's like the last thing I fall asleep to, and for some unknown reason, I wake up at 6 o'clock like clockwork to make sure that the dishes are done, the coffee's done, get the paper in, go to the bathroom before I get to lay down, before 9:10, before I have to get back up and go to work. Again, which I hope tonight I get a little bit more sleep than that, just saying. Do you write with expensive or cheap disposable pens? Cheap disposable pens, usually. I'm not a flashy kind of girl. Now, if the pen holds some sort of meaning, I usually keep it here at the house. I don't take it out away from the house, and I usually rarely use it. There, I got it, said what I wanted to say. Have you ever fallen asleep with the TV or radio on? All the time with a TV on. Rarely with a radio on, just saying. Are you patient or impatient while waiting for something? It depends on what I'm waiting on. If it's something to do with my car, which is the baby, I'm probably impatient. If it's something to do with food and Grandpa's with me, he's impatient, so I'm having to be patient for both of us. It just depends on the situation. Do you eat meals at the same time every day? I try to, because it's good that the body stays in a functioning schedule, and I believe in schedules a lot. I don't like to go off schedule, so, and surprises are just not in my schedule, so it's either on schedule or not at all. Let's see here. Are you considered a regular at any eating establishment? Oh, yeah. If you go into Cracker Barrel, we used to be eating there every Sunday. But lately it's just whenever we get the whim. But they still know us by name because my oldest niece, Taylor, here comes Peanut. Thank you, Peanut. He should be in bed. Bad Peanut. Anyway. He's going to bed now, I think. Yeah. Anyway, My oldest niece, Taylor, works at the Cracker Barrel in Effingham when she's not in college in Jackson, Mississippi, at the Christian university down there called Union. But when I was younger, on Sundays we would travel to all the Cracker Barrels around until we got Cracker Barrel built here, which I'm so proud of my grandpa, because it's one thing that he would write to the corporation and tell them how bad we needed a Cracker Barrel here. And the first manager that they had out there said that he was the inspiration of them getting the Cracker Barrel here in Coles County. So we actually owe him a great big thank you, Matt Toon Charleston. Just saying. Let's see here. Where was I at? Oh, and Wendy's and Arby's. Those two establishments knows this as well. Do you use a night light or no light? Right now, I sleep in the front room, and I use my grandma's floor lamp. And the reason being is it makes me feel like I'm close to her. And makes me feel like she's with us. What do you do with advertisement cards and magazines? They make great cards to write, like if I'm doodling, that you can doodle great on those. Or if you're on the phone and you need to write down a number, you can write that down on that card and then throw it away later. But that's what I use them for. What is your signature one-word answer? Obikeva. I used to say that a lot. I would say my one answer I've been using a lot lately now is just the word K. Whether it's the letter K for texting or OK. But that seems to be my signature now. What is your signature dish? I would say my Watergate salad, because that's one that I just adore and it's easy to make. What is your signature saying and why is it important to you? One of my friends started saying this a couple years ago. Donna, stop worrying so much and give it to God, because God's got this. And ever since then, my mom stole that phrase, and then it's become kind of a thing between me and my mom where we both say the words, God's got this. So I think that's kind of become a signature phrase for both of us. It's important because when we feel like we're at our loose ends or loose ropes, we know that we can't control everything, and we have to turn that control over to the higher power, because he's the one that controls everything. And trust and believe in him, because God's got this. Okay, how do you open the mail? Well, there's two ways. First, I look at it and see who it's from and think, okay, do I have any eBay packages coming? What gifts do I have coming for what holiday? And then if I can remember what gift I ordered, or if it's for myself, which usually I order myself books, then I put it off to the side, and I'll open it up later. Or if it's a bank statement, then, I can open that up. But if it's somebody I don't know, I don't remember ordering it, I will put, since there's a lot of mean-spirited people out there that needs a good butt whooping, just saying, I will put the address in the computer, look it up before I even open it, because you never know in today's world. It's scary out there. What do you do during a power outage? Sit and wait for the power to come back on. Have you ever tried to persuade somebody to give up a habit? Oh boy. Yeah, I have. My own father, biological, he was a smoker, and with me being asthmatic, of course, back when secondhand smoke was just really becoming prevalent when I was growing up, per se, they tried to talk to him about quitting smoking. As you can imagine, he tried, but it didn't work. And to me, I think that's so selfish. I think that it's so mean-spirited, and I think it's cruel. And if you ever have a child, that child becomes before any habit that you have. That's the way I feel. So I just couldn't relate. And I guess maybe that's one reason for the great divide that's between us now, that he just feels like he can't relate. Well, you know what? Maybe, we should stay on communication forever then. That's how I feel about it. Stay tuned, because I'm going to go ahead and do some Dear Bombshells next. That's got 3 bombshell questions tonight, and then that's it because I'm going to go work out. But just know that I got a phone call today on my cell phone that was from Houston, Texas, and I didn't pick it up. Everybody keeps asking me, are you going to call it back? I said, why? What's the use? When he walked out of my life, my dad, because I basically told my mom, I was the one that went in and saw in his computer what I saw. And I ain't going to share everything with you, just brief synopsis. And I saw that. And yes, maybe it did hurt my trust issues with guys of today. Maybe it's made me so sharp and old-fashioned that I don't know if I will trust after some of the modern technologies that are out there. But I can tell you this much. When you have a household that was always constantly fighting or bickering or just, not agreeing on much, and then he just walks away without an explanation. What kind of a man does that? I don't call that man a dad. I don't call that man a father. He was just a sperm donor at the right place at the right time. Yes, I know he was there for the formative years, but he wasn't there for the adult years. And there was so many years that you walked down on and you'll never get to know what happened. And that ain't my loss, that's yours if you're watching this. From every surgery that you didn't attend, you didn't know if I made it or not, but obviously did because I made a YouTube video right now. To everything that you never will measure up because Mike was there and you wasn't. I just want you to know one thing. It's not my loss. It's yours. Don't call me. I have nothing to say to you. There. Now, next is the wonderful Blonde Bombshell relationship advice.